Hey, all you Holly Weirdos, welcome to another spooky and haunted episode of the Holly Weird Paranormal Podcast. As you remember from our last episode, we are kicking off October by tagging you guys along with my paranormal travels that I completed this past summer. So in our last episode, you traveled with myself and my friend Tawny Lewis as we investigated the Captain's Anchorage in Big Bear Lake, California. Well, now you're going to pack your bags because you're joining not only myself and Tawny, but a couple of very important friends of ours. One who you might know very, very, very well. She's a very close friend of the podcast. So if you're interested in paranormal investigating, ghost hunting, then this episode is certainly for you, because on today's episode, we are putting ourselves right into one of the most notoriously haunted homes in America, the Hindsdale house in upstate New York. Oh yes, it's a place where exorcisms failed, families fled, families even passed away on, and the walls don't just remember, they respond. I packed my bravest friends and quite a few crystals and my devices and maybe a questionable amount of curiosity. And what we found inside, let's just say the ghosts were not that shy. So you know the drill. This time you guys are going to grab not only that salt shaker or maybe that salt lamp, but you're also going to grab some candy corn because it is the spooky season. We're in the middle of October and we're 15 days from Halloween. You're going to light a black candle for protection and settle in, because tonight we're taking Halloween straight to the dark heart of the Hindsdale house. Let's get Holly weird in upstate New York.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt Lytle. You may remember me and my co-host Chris Califf from Travel Channel's Ghost Loop. Well, Califf and I have a brand new podcast launching on Friday, November 7th called The Unkindness Brothers, where we talk all things true crime. We're talking Casey Anthony, the Nexium cult, the Green River Killer, and we have so much more. Every episode we're talking one case. So two best friends who behave like brothers, and you. So hit us up by following the Unkindness Brothers on YouTube's True Crime Tracker. And you can also find us on Instagram at the Unkindness Brothers for announcements, merch, and more.
Hey, spooky friends, as we're approaching Halloween, we have some very delicious and very haunted updates for you. First and foremost, October 26th, we're back with another haunted supper and paranormal investigation at the Captain's Anchorage in Big Bear Lake, California. Absolutely. We are ready for another investigation at this location. If you heard our last episode and you really want to visit this location, enjoy their food, meet some wonderful people, and possibly their ghosts, then you definitely want to come here. For tickets and details, follow us on Instagram and click the link in our bio at Holly Weird Paranormal. This is a very rare opportunity. The restaurant hardly ever opens its doors for events like this, and trust me, the last one was so good that they had to do another one again this month. We might be planning another one in the summer, but the spirits inside, let's just say that they're dying to meet you. It's going to be a very gorgeous and haunted sit-down buffet style dinner with ghost stories, a full paranormal investigation of two of the most active places in the restaurant, and a 1920s dress code. Yes, dressed to impress. So come in your best dapper flapper attire and get ready for a hauntingly glamorous night. If you can't make it out that Sunday, the 26th, then October the 29th, that's a Wednesday. The following Wednesday, we're doing Via del Sol After Dark in downtown Fullerton with our friends over at the Cellar and Hidalgos. They are friends of the podcast, have been for several years, and we absolutely love them. They reached out to us and decided, hey, let's do an event, a spooky one at that, because we got some tacos and we got some ghost stories, and we definitely want to do a paranormal investigation. So you get to be a part of that with us, guys. Via del Sol After Dark at Hidalgos from 7 to 10. Tickets are $85. What does that mean? What does that include? Let me tell you, we just went over the beautiful menu with the executive chef, Olivia Cox. What's up? She is a spooky babe. loves the spookies, is all about it, right? She had some ghost stories to share about Hidalgo's and the cellar. The cellar, crazy. Hidalgo's, runner up right there. So we're going to have chicken tingas. All right. Chicken tinga tacos. And then we're going to have tacos de papas. So if you're vegetarian, papas. If you're not, chicken, right? Then we have arroz con frijoles, and we're going to complement that with a Southwest salad. You get a spooky cocktail. They're concocting a cocktail for us that is spooky. And if you can't drink, don't worry, we'll turn it into a mocktail. So that is included along with, I think, agua frescas and water. Oh, to die for, literally. Go to our little link. Once again, it's going to be on Open Table for more tickets and details. The link is going to be in our bio and Instagram, okay? You get to hear a historical lecture of the location, hear the ghost stories, and do a paranormal investigation in some of the most active areas of the restaurant. And Villa del Sol is going to be so fun. And don't worry, there'll be more to come. So mark your calendars in November and December. Just follow us on Instagram. All right. Now let's get Hollyweird. Back in August, I decided to do one of my paratrips, a huge birthday present to myself, where I always pick a city and do a paranormal adventure or side quest, as most would say or call it. I packed my gear, my bravest face, and some SPF because we all need that. And I hit the road with some of my favorite ladies of the paranormal. Investigator and medium, Tawny Lewis, she's been on the podcast. And her friend, investigator and medium, Kim Sage from Virginia. Writer and folklore lover, Elizabeth Yuko, and the ever-enchanting Bridget Markor. You might know who she is from Girls Next Level podcast and the hit show Girls Next Door. She is also known as the Ghost Bunny for her own personal podcast, Ghost Bunny, and she's also a fantastic paranormal investigator. Our destination? Well, first up, it was Lilydale. It's that little town all the way over there in upstate New York, an hour away from Buffalo, made up of mediums and psychics. Most likely everyone owns crystals and a Subaru, but this place was very, very special. And very rarely do they open their doors to paranormal investigators. And we had a chance to investigate the Leolin Hotel, which is right across the street from the Lilydale community. And then we were able to investigate the woods, the inspiration stump. We went fairy hunting, elemental hunting, and came up with some crazy evidence that we couldn't even believe. And to top it all off, we decided let's hit the road and go to the Hindsdale house. But on the way, we also stopped at Salamanca, New York, where we took a quick paranormal trip to Wildwood Sanatorium. That will be our next episode. But on today's episode, we're focusing on the Hindsdale house in Western New York, a place so haunted that it makes the Conjuring farmhouse look like a cozy Airbnb, if you know what I mean. We went for an overnight investigation, but let's just say not all of us made it through the night. Just joking. Some of us had cold feet. We had the place rented out for an overnight, but none of us wanted to stay. Well, except for me. I was ready for whatever this place wanted to throw at us. So, as I mentioned before, grab your EMF meter and maybe a nightlight because the story is about to get dark. And we're going to break it into chapters. We're going to start with chapter 1, the history and haunts of the Hindsdale house. Tucked in the deep rolling hills of Hindsdale, New York, stands a modest white farmhouse with a history that reads like an exorcism gone wrong. Built in the mid-1800s, the Hindsdale house has seen more than its fair share of heartbreak, violence, and unexplained phenomenon. But it wasn't until the Dandy family moved in during the 1970s that the house's true personality, or should I say, personalities, revealed themselves. And at first it started out a little light before it got pretty aggressive. Doors slammed, then objects levitated, and disembodied voices echoed through the halls of the house. The family claimed to see shadow figures and even full-body apparitions, one of a woman in white, standing silently near the tree line. Things got so bad that the Dandies reportedly called in a priest to perform an exorcism, one that only seemed to make the house even angrier. Over the years, countless investigators have tried to piece together who or what haunts this property, and some say it's the land itself, cursed by something ancient. Others say it's the souls of those who never really left, those who passed on the property. Either way, the Hindsdale house doesn't just hold ghosts. It actually keeps them. Chapter 2, The Walkthrough. The first thing that hits you when you step onto the property isn't fear. It's the quiet. There's this, I don't know how to explain it, unnerving silence in the loud when it comes to this place. The kind of eerie silence that feels alive. We met our guide, Trinity, who walked us through the home's history, pointing out hot spots where people had been touched, even scratched, or heard whispering in their ear, and saw the full-body apparitions. People have seen full-body apparitions of an older man, a boy and a little girl, a woman in white who's wet, drenched, and even elementals in the woods.
We're not screaming every time I see somebody else. I think we're going to be okay.
We're just taking everything in at the moment. We are actually really surprised how small and tiny this house is compared to how we saw it on television. These shows really do a good job of making the house look like it is a ginormous mansion, but it is definitely beautiful. It's peaceful. There's a body of water right across from the house. There's deer. There's even woods next door. Stairs that lead into the deep woods in this area. Trinity goes in and tells us the rules. No drinking, no smoking, of course.
Pets and stuff like that, but I don't think you guys brought pets.
Oh, Tammy, you can't come in.
Bye, have fun.
You'll sign this one as well. This is just the waiver, and then everybody else will sign that one as well.
Okay.
And you guys are all paid?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you guys doing ghost cam?
No.
No. Okay.
What is Ghost Cam like live?
Yeah, so we have 5 cameras in the house. We have one here in the kitchen, in Mike's room, the living room, upstairs, and in the basement.
Oh, so people can log on and watch live, or?
No, so they're recording 24/7.
Oh.
But if you guys want, then they would send the footage of the night that you guys are here to the email that's on file.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have footage from the whole house.
Oh, that's
$100.
Oh, wow. These days, the Hindsdale house isn't abandoned or forgotten. It's actually far from it. It's now owned by Daniel Kleiss, a paranormal investigator and preservationist who saw potential in its dark history. Instead of sealing the doors, Daniel decided to embrace the hauntings and transform the house into one of the most visited paranormal hotspots in the country. Since taking ownership, he restored the property and opened it to ghost hunters, filmmakers, and curious thrill seekers from all over the world. The Hindsdale house has been featured on Travel Channel, Discovery Plus, and numerous documentaries, not to mention the countless YouTubers and TikTok creators who've braved its rooms for the perfect haunted moment. I walk around the kitchen and parts of the living room of the house, and I notice that there are things you could buy. Water, t-shirts, equipment, snacks, other, little trinkets. I visited the Hindsdale house and all I got was a ghost and this keychain kind of thing. People have written their names. Paranormal groups have signed all over the walls of this house. And that's the thing. It's not a house anymore. It's more of a destination. From EVP sessions to live-streamed seances, the Hindsdale house has become part of what some call morbid tourism.
Nick, but He didn't end up showing.
Oh.
And they needed they needed a female to be a female construction worker, so I got to be.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Yeah. I will say, if you ever get to meet Nick, he's like so nice.
Yeah,
oh,
I
good.
did for it.
Good, yeah.
We did a meet and greet. We watched the premiere for his show up in
good.
Buffalo. It was really fun.
Case in point, Nick Groff and his wife Tessa Groff have been to the property many, many times, and they're really good friends with Daniel. They've actually shot a documentary here and investigated quite a few times. They have embraced the paranormal in upstate New York to the point where they now live in upstate New York. So I guess you can say, make no mistake, the paranormal has turned into a big business. Haunted locations like this one generate tons of money every year, drawing travelers who want to touch of terror with their road trips, kind of like us. No lie. But at this point, we really want to dive deeper into the history of the Hindsdale house. I've heard many, many stories, many legends, and I've seen this time and time again with a lot of these haunted locations. It's a lot of lore that has actually been debunked, and that's the problem with the Hindsdale house. And that is what Trinity and Daniel are actually trying to correct, the misinformation. Let's sit down with Trinity and talk about what she's experienced and a little more about the house.
Little boy here, Hindsdale. Can you tell me your name and then go into your ghost story?
Yeah, my name is Trinity. I help and volunteer here at the Hindsdale house with my mother. I have a 5-year-old son at home. So the night we were here, I went up and I sat in the closet, which we have speculated has the spirit of the little boy that lives in there. And I was just talking to him, trying to get him to come out and play. We had some toys, cat balls and puppies and stuff. And I just sat there and was talking to him, and he was talking to us through our Spirit Talker app, and my mom was recording me with the SLS. And I felt just my hands go cold and then my lap go cold.
Oh, wow.
And my mom caught a little figure sit right down on my lap.
Wow.
And it just kind of warmed my heart that he trusted me enough to come and interact with me.
You knew your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And then you live in a haunted house as
Yeah.
well.
We have.
Is this area, is it the land? Is it so much the land and what is built around here that you think contributes to the hauntings?
I do believe there is, what's it called? Like one of the lines.
The ley lines.
The ley lines. I think one goes through the house here. So it affects a lot of the land surrounding, especially with the power lines, because the power lines from here go straight to our house.
Yeah.
So just kind of everything's charged and very energetic.
Right.
I would say.
Makes a lot of sense, because I've heard of other people who live around the Hindsdale. And then when you said, they live around the Hindsdale and they also have activity, and then you brought up your house and it has activity. So it makes me wonder, is it so much the land than the house, or is it both?
I think it could be both. I think just the land is very charged with activity, and there's a lot of history here.
Right.
That goes on. And we're still uncovering new history every day.
That's what I hear.
And please forgive the background noise. Bridget brought her drone. Cue the drone.
We had the original story we had for the there was a set of brothers that used to live here a long time ago, and they were called the Stagecoach Killers.
Oh my God.
And the original story was that they would kill people and take their stuff from their stagecoaches. They would lure them here as a place to sleep and refuge, but that story is completely false.
Okay.
We've discovered that they were not killers. They did not hide bodies in the basement.
Okay, so that is debunked.
It is debunked.
That's good. Okay, so now we know that is lore.
Yeah, it was.
But there were two brothers that did live here.
Yes, they did
Okay,
live
so that
here.
is correct. But were they involved in anything like crime, or they were just living here just to live here?
I do believe that they were just stealing stuff.
Okay.
But they were not killing people.
They were not killing. Okay. So it was like petty crime that they were doing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Because it was stagecoaches full of goods that they didn't have, that they
Right.
wanted. So,
Completely understand.
yeah. And behind the house too, actually, if you can see kind of like a pile of dirt.
Yeah.
That was a barn.
Oh.
It was a wood mill
Mm-hmm.
that they would make like the wood to build with. And don't trust my memory, but from what I can remember, there was an accident that happened in the barn, and a little boy got injured and passed away from one of the saws.
Oh my. Is he connected to the little boy that was sitting on your lap, you think?
We're not quite sure,
Okay.
but... And then I do believe that the barn burnt down
Got you.
after the fact. So there are still remnants of the original barn that are sticking up the foundation for it.
What can you tell me of the last family that lived here that made this house? On the pretty much their stories put the house on the paranormal map. You said it was the Dandy family, or?
Yeah, I'm still learning the history
No,
of
it's okay.
everything.
I came here pretty raw. Like, I know that the house is haunted. I heard of other people's experiences and the lore, but I wasn't 100% sure of the family that lived here because I wanted to learn and develop, especially based on my intuitive skills, like, wanted to kind of develop and build. But I don't know if you know, like, a general background of how long, when they moved here, how long they lived here, and...
Unfortunately, I don't. I know that they had a lot of experiences here, like
Okay.
with the lady in white.
Got you.
And most of the experiences they had were very negative.
Okay.
Any of the animals, like they had like dogs and stuff. And it is far from the road.
Right.
The dogs would run. They would just run away from the house.
Weird.
They just, the animals did not like being here. And Mike, whose room is right on the inside of the house, he passed away on the road you guys drove up.
Oh, wow.
His car crashed and he hit a tree on, if you're going down, and there's like the guardrail.
Yeah.
There's a tree on the right-hand side on one part of the road that he hit, and he passed away, unfortunately.
And Mike was part of the family, or?
Yeah, his room is...
The one with the
with
two
window.
beds, yeah.
Yeah.
And was he the father or the son?
He was the son, I believe.
How old was he when he passed?
Unfortunately, I don't know.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I mean, you're giving me general... What I want is just general. The basics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. We're all learning, too. I'm learning
Yeah.
about this house and everything else, babe. But you're doing a good job.
Thank you. I mom's got to teach me a lot.
Right, so we have a hanging tree now.
Yeah, so when you turned onto McMahon Road,
Yes.
on the left-hand side, the tree's no longer there, but there was the tree. It was a hanging tree, and it's also rumored that that's what the lady in white, who she was
Hung on that tree.
hung on that tree.
Who would be hung on that tree? Were there lynchings ever done here, or just criminals or people that...
I believe it was that her husband had to leave. I'm not sure if it was for war or for what. But so she was alone, and people didn't like that she was alone and thriving on her own, sort of thing. So something happened that I don't have the knowledge of at the time, but she was hung down with a tree. The tree's no longer there. So people see just the figure of a woman, which I do believe is the woman in white as well. I think they correspond and are the same person.
Got you.
So,
How she's described is how she's described here, too, right?
yes.
They both parallel. Got you. How often do they see her? Is it like a specific time at night, or?
Not sure.
Okay.
I can't remember if she was seen during the day or night. But the way that one of the Dandy daughters described her was that she was just wet. And it is a man-made pond as well.
Okay.
So
Is
when
it-
it was dug up,
Uh-huh.
it could have dug up graves.
That's what I heard, or I think the last I've seen of a post was, Tessa and Nick Groff, they they said that, I think it was Teresa. Is it Teresa or Tessa?
Tessa.
Tessa picked up on bodies in the water. Is that correct?
Possibly. There are, along with the 4 graves that we found, the caskets underground, there was also an undescribed mound of something underneath, which could have possibly been a mass burial. And then also over by the graves, there was also a smaller little hole, which we think was a family pet that passed away as well.
Okay.
So there are about 2 adults and 2 children in man-made caskets.
There was a family then that had to have resided here before the Dandies, before anybody else, right?
Yeah. I don't have the knowledge of that yet.
Oh, but your
My mom does.
Okay, your mom does. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have to contact her because I would love to know more about that.
Yeah. We do have the QR codes throughout the house.
Got
to
you.
take the virtual tour.
Okay.
And once again, my apologies for the drone in the background. Bridget wanted to get some aerial views and some footage for her fans on social media through her podcast. But now let's proceed with chapter 3, the warm-up. The sun started to set as many of us were gathering closer to the house. A lot of us were kind of scattered. The temperature started to drop, so that definitely put a different feel to the area and location. Trinity left with one warning, and it was just a reminder that there was a scavenger hunt around the property, so if we were to see people on the grounds, that was most likely what it was. We gathered inside around the kitchen, made our way around the living room. It was that creaky, unsettling space where the Dandies once lived, once had moments of joy, but most likely moments of terror. This place had everything. Kim even mentioned that there was a giving tree inside the woods. And what was pretty interesting about this tree and the woods is that the woods was a little more heavier. Daniel not only has cameras in the house, but he has them in the woods, and allegedly he captured what appeared to be somewhat of a cryptid or elemental in one of the trees. And ever since then, people have been leaving whatever is there, little gifts. According to other mediums who have traveled throughout the woods, they believe that the woods does have a different energy, different spirits, elementals. And this land was a part of the First Nation people's land. So a giving tree seemed to be more fitting. Appease the spirits, appease whatever was there. And according to most of the other mediums who experienced this elemental, they said that it's harmless. Just as long as you don't mess with it, it won't mess with you. And trust me, we were not going to go into the woods. Throughout my walk around the property, though, and in the house, I just kept on feeling the sense of unease. Like, please get it right. Just get it right. So many people come in here and they just don't get it, is what was playing over and over in my head. We eventually unpacked our gear, our spirit boxes, K2 meters, recorders. Bridget brought her SLS camera. We had our dead bell, and we were good to go for good measure. I tried to lighten the mood. All right, ladies. If something throws a chair, we're getting it on video this time. And of course, we're getting out. But even as we joked, the air changed, a little heavy, charged, like walking into a thunderstorm you can't really see. And then that's when the dead bell started going off as I was talking about the stories. And it was just pretty much agreeing with me. Kim and Tawny start to tap into the energies immediately. And boy, did they have a lot to say. Hindsdale House, 7:30 p.m. We've already been given the walkthrough. I've been given the slight history. Tawny and Kim are here on the table. They're picking up and downloading a lot. So let's see what they have to say.
The first thing when we first walked in the house was a very, very tall man. I'm going to say tall, anywhere from like 6'4" to 6'5". He was kind of in this area.
A tall man?
Very tall.
Okay.
In this area. He's just a little bit more present day, so I wouldn't say like, I could be wrong though, I wouldn't say like 1900s, 1800s. I'm going to just take a guess and say maybe 1960, something went off.
Oh, that's me. Sorry. I just wanted to be
Something
sure.
went off in there.
No,
Okay.
something went off in there.
1960s. I'm gonna hang on to that. But
Okay.
he wasn't dressed like a period type of era, so.
Right. But you don't know if he was of this period or maybe a later period, right? You feel like, or he's later?
He felt like later.
Okay.
The flock said yes.
Okay. You said yes? Okay, yeah, it didn't. Thank you.
So the devices are reacting to Tani picking up on things.
So he was the first one. I didn't feel dark or negative. It felt more like frustration.
Okay.
Why are you in my space? Can you leave? But again, not negative. It didn't feel like I'm still here, but if it was something dark, I'd be like, let's get out of here, I'm just skimming the house. I feel like right now there's 2 upstairs watching us.
Yeah. The daughter just told me that too.
That's what the girl. Yeah, I said there's
No, you're right.
a girl question mark. I don't see a little girl. Maybe a little older. She seems like she has a nightgown on though.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Again, it could be the time period. Like she has a nightgown. See, her time period feels a little different from his. She's watching us. I think from that side. I think. What's interesting is I heard the story about the little boy. He feels like he comes and goes. I'm not sure he's locked here. So it'd be very interesting to find out if he is specifically from this land. Not land, specifically from this house.
Okay.
Or he's just here. For example, I saw him staring at us out the window, and then I didn't feel him anymore. I'm just like, we're back and forth. So he's one of them. Tonight, I'm just trying to see if we can dig a little deeper as to like what's happening with him.
Okay.
You were talking about the lady in the white. I felt definitely she exists and she's around. Don't know if she's tied to this house. I don't feel like she. I think you can see her. You see her in the house. I don't know if this is where she may have died. I don't think she died in here. I don't think she died that close to it, but it's something about this land. I feel like there was more water around here at one point. I know right now there's just a little tiny little pond or lake. I feel like there was more at one point in history where it probably like went around. I don't like the basement. I feel energy that I don't really connect with, meaning I don't deal with that.
Is it an energy that someone, like people brought with them, or was it, we're already here, you think?
I'm uncomfortable.
We're starting to get some movement.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear somebody
Yeah, I
upstairs.
do too.
You're curious.
Can you make another noise if Tani is hitting the head on a lot of details? We're going to continue to talk and clarify a lot of things that I know one of the caretakers here is trying to fix.
Yeah, they were moving around. Downstairs there's some dark stuff down there.
Okay. But you don't know if it's like brought here. Was it just like brought in because of all like everybody's that's been coming
I'm
here?
gonna bring my guide in and ask her because I don't like the energies and I rarely ever deal with that. I'm just like, I feel like it's brought in.
Okay.
People were doing. Do you know? Well, we'll see. I feel like in the 70s or the 80s, there were people doing stuff like.
Dabbling in things that shouldn't be dabbling in.
Yeah. I just saw a dark word that I'm not saying out loud. So they were doing some dark stuff.
Okay.
So and then I feel like there's 2 downstairs.
Okay.
I'm probably not going down there.
All right.
So that's so far what I have. But I've never done that. I just want to try it. Normally, I just kind
It's
of
great because
as I go along.
now we're picking up on it. It's intelligent.
Yeah, yeah, they're into it.
Flux again.
But it feels the thing about it that I hope we could settle is that not all. It feels very broken up, like the downstairs.
It
and then
does.
upstairs they don't. They're more like what's going on? What's that? Like so they're very intelligent. The man is intelligent. The woman outside is intelligent, but I'm not sure if she knows she's dead. The hung one. Something's off with that. It's a different. It's a different type of.
So you got that right. The daughter said that there was a hanging tree. There was a woman, according to story, that she was hung there. They don't know if she was tied to this house. Legend is that her husband went away, and that she kind of became a recluse, or the people didn't like the fact that she was living alone and was so independent without her husband. Something happened. They don't know what. It's unclear, but she ended up
they found her hung on this tree.
Okay. She has a different energy from them. It's almost airy fairy. So that's almost like, does she know what's happening? Like, what's going on? But she's definitely around, but I don't think she's connected to this house.
The man here, is he young or is he young?
The one I picked up felt a little older, not old, but
a little older. Okay.
For me, what could be
50s?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I apologize. I was talking. I would love to hear what Kim.
I'm
sorry.
You're fine.
There was a member of the. She also told me there was a family member of the Dandy family. His name was Michael. This is Michael's room.
Okay.
And while they were living here, he died not too far away.
Was he a younger guy?
That's what she doesn't know.
Oh, she doesn't know. Okay.
So that's why I was trying to figure out, like, the man here. Could he be connected to the Dandy's son that passed away in a car accident? He was driving. It was really dark. He hit a sharp curve and then lost control of the car and hit a tree. So.
Yeah. So I'm picking up on a lot of trauma with the land itself.
Yeah.
I'm even feeling like before colonization, but I'm feeling like intertribal indigenous fighting between the tribes, like for power or who was going to be. It has to do with like the Iroquois Confederacy, so there's something about intertribal fighting. But also I keep hearing the word Civil War, even though I know the Civil War was not connected. The Civil War did not come through here. There's something important about the Civil War in this area. And I feel like the people that predominantly lived in this area had a really hard life. It was a very trying life, especially I just heard like during, do we know how old this house is?
169.
Because I heard depression, like during the depression and all, it was a really hard time to try to find work. Mm-hmm. Do they have a railroad close to here?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember we passed it?
No, I don't.
A railroad?
A railroad.
Railroad.
Yeah.
We
I was
passed
picking
it.
up on a railroad because they were showing me like walking the railroad and picking up coal for heat and things like that. So I'm feeling like a lot of layers of the land itself, especially if somebody has mental issues that would influence things to feel heavier than they are. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. When we walked past here, I did see somebody staring at us out the window, and then all of a sudden my tooth hurt really, really bad, which I've never had that happen.
I had tooth hurting inside of Wildwood, and I thought, that's weird. Why am I having a pain in one of my teeth? And it's gone.
Yeah, I've never
Interesting.
had that before.
I wonder what that signifies or...
I was just thinking, it must be nothing. I don't think it's related, but part of me was like, it's related somehow, but I don't even know why that
So then
would
I'm
be.
thinking, I was thinking, does someone have an infection, like die from infection, or or suffer with that pain? Because tooth pain hurts.
And you had the bitter taste in your mouth, so
Oh,
it
yeah,
could
she
be like
did. She
related,
did.
like they had,
Oh, yeah, the blood.
like maybe they
Taste
had
the blood.
a procedure or something. They put like some sort of antiseptic in there.
I'm gonna taste the blood.
Oh, and that's right.
And
And
yeah.
these
Taste the
locations
blood.
being connected.
Oh yeah, they were connected.
Are you familiar with Wildwood Sanatorium? Is anyone connected to Wildwood Sanatorium? Kim is going to put a device up there as a bell. You probably have seen it from other people who've come here because a lot of people pass by.
It's interesting. I was up there already. There's a hole in this bedroom that looks straight down
Oh
in
wow.
the ground, and I can see the flux from up there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. That's a big hole?
Yeah, it has a grate over it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You can
as
see
the
right
girl,
there.
Yeah.
the girl's
Oh,
more
okay.
prominent. She didn't feel like she was that young. That's why I said, girl, I'm taking a guess. 13?
Because
14?
that's what I feel out there. Do they know the sexes of the people buried out there?
Yes. So the 4 plots that they found, or 5-ish, was a pet and a little boy. They don't know if the boy's connected. They don't know the connection of those
Why
plots
they're
here.
there, yeah.
If they are connected to this land, this property, who knows? Mom, Dad, I think that's what what's the name of the woman that is the caretaker here? What's her name?
Oh, Tiffany?
Tiffany. Tiffany doesn't know. Like she's still learning. And that should be, and I think that's part of her process. I think the house is trying to tell her, you need to learn more about the history because people keep on fucking it up. And that's what she's learning right now. So that's the next course of action that she's trying to do is learn more about that family.
Yeah, because I feel like people are coming here expecting something very lower vibrational, and it's almost like they're trying to
manifest that to happen.
Yeah.
So it's not like elemental or any of that, but you manifest that kind of energy.
Egregore.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Egregore.
Yes, that.
Yeah, that's what we experienced at Whispers Estate. When I went into a room, I was like, you don't have to perform because you have to give an, yes, you have to give an egregore something to do. If you don't give it anything to do, it's like, I don't know what to do now.
Yeah.
And that is a thought
that's what
form.
it feels like.
Yeah, I just got chills right now, but I think that's what it is. It's something that I notice in locations, people like this, when people come in, they exacerbate it so much. It exhausts whatever's here. And then it builds more. It's like, what is this thing that you now created? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to share space with it. You brought a roommate.
I feel like there's a lady up there.
The two energies down there, do you feel like they're men or there's something else?
And the ones I felt here was
And in the basement.
Something
They're different?
darker.
Yeah.
Different. They're different. It feels different for me. But it'd be interesting to see what Kim gets because, to be transparent, my investigations, I always set my intention to not go there. And so I'm just like, that doesn't feel normal. And so that's why I was like...
And what's down there that I'm picking up on reminds me of that cabin on 360 in the basement in the Brick Ranger. So more elemental, more like troll energy that feeds on... They love basements. They love underground because you're in the ground. But they also feed off of the energy that's being brought.
I'm going to pause it right here because I collected EVP during this discussion. Let's play it
Off of the
again.
energy that's being brought. Off of the energy that's being brought.
It sounds like someone is saying no. Let me play it right back to you.
That's being brought.
Is it one of the entities disagreeing with Kim's reading? Or maybe could it be a warning not to go down there?
In.
Got you.
And that's why they say.
The good thing about it is I feel there. I don't really feel like it's like, ooh, let's go everywhere.
In my experience, I've always been extremely respectful, and that's kind of what I get back. Like I don't instigate or anything because I am still learning myself.
Is there a pair that are any of you guys picking up on a pair connected to this house? Yeah, we're gonna get to you guys soon. I want to see if they pick them up. If they pick you guys up.
I felt like the pair was downstairs.
Okay.
But
there's another pair.
yeah. Upstairs, I only got the girl and the boy.
See, I keep feeling girl boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were staring at. Well, the girl's more prominent for me. I feel her more. Very smart, highly smart.
Okay.
She's like really, really smart.
Flex says yes.
Yeah, she's very, very intelligent, and will give you clear answers if you probably do the essays or.
Do you know if any illness was associated here?
Yeah.
Okay, because I keep feeling like I'm coughing up blood or something to do with my lungs.
I don't know who it's specifically connected to though. There was another set of brothers that lived here. They were the coach gang or duo. And the lore was, there's a heavy lore that has been debunked now by Tiffany, that she found out that the brothers, it was said that they were living here, they would lure people here where they would murder them and put their bodies in the basement. And that was completely false. They actually, they actually did petty crime. They stole, but they stole goods and nothing to do with murder. So when she used to use that to scare people or to entice them in this space, and whenever she would do the EVPs and yep, we're getting to you, we're gonna clear it up. Every time she would say that lore, bad things happened.
Okay.
She would get mean things coming through the voice box and everything, and people would feel like negative energy. But when she finally fixed the history is when the energy changed. They're like, okay, now you got it right. Now you're fixing it. Right.
Yeah.
We never killed anybody. We never killed anyone. We stole to survive.
That's what I felt. Food. I felt like they sold.
You're
like
right.
Food.
Yeah. It was goods.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was goods because they were trying to survive. They were
this
hiding.
during the Depression era?
It was. I think so.
Okay.
Was this during the Depression? Was it before?
These are stagecoach people you're talking
Yeah.
about? Stagecoaches would have gone away earlier than the Depression.
Okay. So it was way before.
Like late 1800s or so. Hey, do we want to go somewhere?
Kim, where do you feel like you're being pulled?
Upstairs.
Okay. Should we go upstairs? This is beautiful. This is actually amazing. Do you want us? We're going to go upstairs. You have to talk to Kim and Tawny. Or any of us. Yes, let's go. They want us up there.
So many times when the bell rang, the tripwire was going at the same time. Wow.
I love that. I love when that happens. Multiple at the same time.
Chapter 4, The Sessions. We started our first session upstairs between some of the rooms. There's 3 bedrooms upstairs. There's the master bedroom on your left, and there's 2 smaller bedrooms on your right. It's very awkward how this second floor is laid out. You see, you have to go through a steep set of stairs that leads from the kitchen all the way up. There's barely a landing. There's no, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you walk up and you hit a wall. It's either way you turn, there's the bedroom. So you kind of have to skip a step and jump into one of these bedrooms, which is really interesting. On the left is the master, and on the right, there's 2 smaller rooms. One of them has more of a childish charm to it. There's a bunch of dolls. There's a music box. Now, this room, I was told, many people have claimed that they've seen the woman in white, and she is often seen drenched in water. Hair in her face, dark, long hair in front of her face. But we'll soon learn that this woman is a different entity that is not tied to the house, but most likely the land. We started with the voice box session. Tawny brought out her Bluetooth speaker that was connected to her phone, where she used her necrophonic app. It's an app that helps conduct ITC communication, so you're going to hear a lot of voices, echoey voices, reverb voices coming through. And let's just say that what we captured made the hair on her skin stand up, literally.
Why? Was that high right away?
Yeah.
The one downstairs went off.
Do you want to chat with us?
Is there someone behind me? Is there someone behind me? I've been hearing some tapping in this room.
Is it Aya?
You are?
Yeah, he said I am.
I know that you're behind me. What's up? What's your name? Can you give us your name?
Dad.
Oh, it's the dad. Hi. Hi, sir. We're here to pretty much make communication with you. We don't mean to overstep any boundaries. Do you have any rules for us?
Oh.
What would you like to tell us? Is there some place you don't want us to go? May we ask the age of the kids? The little boy and the little girl?
Flux them all.
You're a little baby.
No.
Aww.
I think he's next to you. I think the little boy is next to you.
Oh, babes. Do you like the toys here? My little nephews would always show me their age on their fingers. Can you count on your fingers how old you are?
4.
Yeah.
You're 4. So you're the other man in the house with your dad? Yes.
Long yet?
Oh, that's so good. So you protect the house with your dad, right?
Oh, hi.
You do? That's fantastic. So you're the little man. You're the little man of the house. That's good. Do you protect your sister? There's a little girl here. Is your sister younger or older? She's younger?
Is she older?
I feel like there's a woman that keeps whispering
Yes.
something.
It's the lady that popped the.
It's like the family.
She came through and was looking like, who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, because I asked, do you want to get your mom? Because you were saying you need an adult.
That was her again.
Yes.
I can't hear what she's saying. Can you say it again? Did she say
It's
children?
getting colder in here.
Oh.
Is there someone else in the room next to me? I just felt like a big wave of air.
I feel like there's the little boy sitting next to you.
Okay, it's okay.
You've been there for a minute though.
It's okay. You can sit right here.
Oh, there's a little ball there.
Yeah. Do you want to play a ball with me? Do you like playing kickball?
Yes.
All right, let's have a contest. Who could kick the ball farthest? I always beat my nephews. Can you play with me? Can you kick the ball? Or you want me to kick it? I don't want to kick it. I don't want to hit anything. I'm going to push it. How many of you are in the house? Your family?
You know how you count it, Tammy?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Sure. I'm going to count and you could tell me how many of you guys are in the house. Okay, I'm going to count 1 and you're going to ding it to the number I'm going to count to, all right? Are there 1? Hello again. 2? Are there 3? 4? 5? Are there 6?
You said yes.
But you gotta ding the bell when I get to the number. I know, I don't want to give you too much. I bet you hate it when people tell you what to do. I'm the same way. Are there 6 of you? Can you ding the bell for yes? Or
Yeah.
the flux?
one.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for that.
So based on what we collected so far, the lore between the 2 brothers, the stagecoach killers, was actually it. It was just lore. 2 brothers who just stole to survive. Second, we picked up on a family. Now, we don't know if this was the family that was found buried by the body of water near the house. There were 4 to 5 plots from what we remembered. Now, we collected what seemed like from that session that there's 6 individuals there. There's the mother, the father, the little boy, and the little girl. But who are the rest of the 2? Soon we make our way downstairs to the living room. We decided to do a tripwire flux session with the dead bell. So not only did we have 2, but we had 3 devices to see if we can confirm answers to a lot of the misinformation that has been connected to this house. And Tawny and Kim picked up on so much more. But before we could confirm a lot of things with the mother in particular, seemed like the little boy still wanted to play games. And I would have to say that this was my first time that I ever played rock, paper, scissors with a ghost. Here's the audio.
Rock, paper, scissors. You want to play rock, paper, scissors? I'll play a game with you if you can make this light up. I'll play rock, paper, scissors. I'm pretty good. Okay. You ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Got a rock. What did you get? Did you get scissors? Did you get...
No way, you got paper.
You got paper? Did you get a rock too? Oh, did it go off? Mm-hmm. Oh, you know the tricks. You want to play again? Okay. I have a secret weapon. Are you ready? Rock, paper, scissors. You don't know what this is. My nephew taught me this. It's passed down from generation to generation. It's dynamite.
Oh.
He cheated! I know!
You're a cheater.
I've never heard of dynamite.
Yeah, he did that to me, and I was
Look,
like,
look, look. Did you see that? You made him laugh.
He was like, I was like, what is that? He's like, dynamite. I'm like, what do you mean it's dynamite? He's like, it could annihilate anything. Paper, rock, scissors. I'm like,
Oh, cheater.
Yes, compliments of my nephew, who was at the time 7 years old when he taught me that little trick. Cheeky monkey. But the little boy really enjoyed it. We had the K2 that was going off along with the flux, and Tawny was picking up on his reactions. And she said it, made him laugh. But then the tone of the entire session shifts. The mother walks in. Tawny picks up on the mom. and we start to unravel a lot with this entity. And soon becomes very comfortable with us. It soon turns into this unbelievable, kind of awkward girls' night where we're sitting with this one entity who is communicating through both Tawny and Kim. But Tawny definitely senses and picks up on so much from this woman that we start to unlock a lot of the misconceptions that have been connected to her and start to learn more about her background.
She's it's rare that I tap that deep and clairvoyantly. So I did see her, not physically, but in my clairvoyantly, and she's very focused on Kim, but it's based off of Kim's life and the things she's saying, and so I could see clairvoyantly the sentences and the words she's asking. Yeah. And then she said, "Can you talk?" And I was thinking that was weird, and I connected the dot. I was like, "Oh."
So it's a very, very different time.
So bells are going.
Oh. It's a very different time. And yes, we can use our voice now. Women have come such a long way. I feel like she cried herself to sleep a lot.
I just started tearing up.
Yeah, I feel like she cried herself to sleep a lot.
She's very serious. I was trying to see if we can get her like to smile.
But I feel like she came from her. It was the cycles, the ancestral cycles, because I feel like the same happened like with her mom.
Generational.
Yeah, but just like in this area, because it was such a hard life.
I can imagine, especially back then. I mean, it was just country, and the rules were so much different.
So it almost makes me feel like she wasn't allowed to leave the house, like to socialize.
She sat back down.
Yeah, it's like and that's depressive, very depressing. I'm so sorry.
We can socialize now.
Yeah. There's no boys allowed.
It was interesting because I felt like I wanted to get some tea. I don't hardly ever drink hot tea, but I felt like I wanted to get tea.
I would have to ask somebody. She said there's a waterfall around here or something.
No way.
Wait,
there's like a little well or something.
Yes.
Like
we passed
it was dry.
Oh, she said, she just pointed out there's a waterfall.
But I felt like there was water in it, or supposed to be in it.
Yeah, I felt like there was supposed to be water.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
She said there's a waterfall over here.
Yeah. I feel like she's never been able to connect.
Nope.
To anybody that's come in this house.
Never.
This way.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you could see the look on her face.
Yeah.
Like, looking around, she's like, when you talk, she's like very like that, like just very like into it, like what?
Like
and then
what?
when Kim started talking, she's like, to where she got up to come and like tell me more. Like what's going? I'm just like,
how can we make this house better for you?
She did it twice. She couldn't connect to those other investigators.
Yeah, because they're dicks.
Yeah.
Well, they're asking the wrong questions. I heard they're asking the wrong questions.
Yeah, they're asking the wrong questions.
I'm
Definitely.
gonna say it.
Yeah.
Like, where's the demon?
Yeah. It went crazy.
I have to know, do you guys purposely do stuff so you guys can get them out?
That's amazing.
As you should.
Yeah.
As you should. You know how you can get them to get out? I'm pregnant and it's yours.
Or just start talking about your period.
Yeah.
Either one.
Oh
Could
my
you
god.
grab my tampons, please?
Oh my god. Has the house been through modifications? Has it been remodeled? Yeah.
Didn't Trinity say this used to be the front porch?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This room?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's been remodeled.
So they literally only had that and the
That's
stairs.
That seems.
No?
I feel like that just seems like we're missing a
Or
room.
was that the front porch? That room she said this was?
I thought so.
I thought she said that too, but that just seems really crazy.
Like a weird layout.
And this doesn't
Yeah,
seem like
yeah.
a porch. That seems like a porch.
Uh-huh.
And they enclosed that in.
And even that part over here could be a porch.
Yes.
But this feels like it was an original room to me.
I don't know why, I keep on thinking about the Dandy family, like, yeah, what happened with them, like,
they went through a lot of negative stuff where did they not understand what was going on here? And they just told everybody that it was just demons?
Do you know what religion they were? Do you know if the Dandy family was a certain religion?
I don't know. Were they Christian?
It almost made me feel like because of their religious beliefs.
That's what I was just gonna say. I feel like even in modern day, like if people are super Christian or super Catholic,
that's what I'm
then
leaning
anything
towards.
that happens that's even remotely paranormal, or anybody's even seeking a medium or something, it's a demon. It's demonic.
It goes straight to the.
Well, remember in Daniel's little video there, they had a unordained like exorcism.
Yeah, they've exorcised this house before.
Yeah.
But then it came back.
Mm-hmm. Did they not understand what was going on? I just heard
because we didn't need to leave.
Oh.
And the bell went off.
Mm-hmm. It started with the Dandy family.
I've also seen where I've also seen where when people think that, then they're constantly putting energy into that.
Yeah.
And almost like psyching themselves up or creating the things in their head too.
And that's what happened. It just kept on watering down the stories, and that's what attracted all these people here now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sorry. We hate it when people do that. We're not like all of them. We're prettier. Yeah.
I thought I just heard like a clunk over here.
Yeah, I keep hearing someone upstairs.
Who's upstairs?
I think it was the kids, because she was down here by herself.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Let the dad take care of the kids. We're having female time, right?
It's girl time.
It's girl time. Do you know what girl time is? This is girl time.
I almost feel like I need to make a cup of coffee and just like.
Do you want to have a cup of coffee with us? Let's make her a cup of coffee. Do you want a cup of coffee?
Yeah, we can totally make.
Let's make a cup of coffee. Make one for her. What's her name? I feel bad.
I'm getting names, but I don't want to lash on her because I don't know.
This investigation turned into something we never expected. A full-on girls' night with the ghost. Had to have been one of the best girls' night I've ever had. Who would have thought it would have been with a ghost? But inside the infamous Hindsdale house made it extra. I mean, we connected with her, the missus of the home, through Tawny. The communication was definitely clear. But it was Kim who felt that deep maternal bond with her. Being a mother herself, she understood the unspoken weight of trying to hold a family together, raising children, managing a home, and somehow keeping her own mental health intact. We may never fully know what this woman endured while she was living within those walls, but what we do know is that we connected with her in a way that felt deeply human, woman to woman, heart to heart. For a brief moment, it wasn't about hauntings or horror. It was about empathy, resilience, and the shared experience of womanhood. But then, as the night went on, the energy shifted. We began to sense that the Dandy family, their influence, their beliefs, and perhaps their fears that reshaped the story of this home into something darker. Were the tales of evil and demonic forces born from truth or from misunderstanding? Whatever it was, we didn't feel anything malicious that night. Just connection. And later coffee. Because sometimes a haunted house can surprise you, and your most unforgettable girls' night out might just be with a ghost. Now, I was trying to upload this audio, actually convert it from video to audio on my computer, and it was having the worst time. It was so much of a big file that it is literally 2 a.m. and I'm trying to record this. But this was the tail end of our investigation. Part of this chapter of sessions, we're going to close it off with the woman in white, an uninvited guest. Now, towards the end of our investigation, it started to deepen because I inquired about the woman in white that people have seen on the property and inside the house. Her presence is very, very unsettling and very unexpected. Suddenly, we were just communicating with the missus. We're going to call her the missus, the mom of the family. I had to know if the missus was the woman in white that people have seen drenched in water. Now, she's often described by witnesses as drenched in water. She's wearing a white dress. She has long, dark hair that usually covers her face. And it is long believed that she has been connected to the Hindsdale family. But through Tawny's reading, we discovered that wasn't the case at all. This woman wasn't part of the household story. She didn't belong to the house. She belonged elsewhere, or rather, the land just beyond the house. Tawny sensed that her spirit was tethered to another tragedy, another death that happened off-site, and that the missus, who had been so open with us all night, suddenly grew very, very quiet when we brought her up. She didn't want to discuss the woman in white. It was as if speaking her name or giving her attention could call her in. The little we did learn suggested heartbreak. The woman in white may have been someone who took her own life, possibly connected to the story of the woman who was said to have hung herself from a tree nearby. But even that, according to the missus, that was never true. So what did we uncover? A haunting within a haunting? A spirit misplaced, not malicious, but mourning? The woman in white, drenched and drifting through the Hindsdale property, isn't the mother of this family. She's something, someone, definitely someone else entirely. Final chapter. Final thoughts. We closed up our investigation by turning out the lights, saying goodbye to the entities that made communication, and we locked up everything as instructed. We all stood there outside in front of the Hindsdale, just giving it one last glance, under the same full moon, that same moon that watched over this house for many centuries, still made us feel connected. Some of us left a little shaken, while others a little tired. We didn't stay the night, and maybe that was for the best. So what was the biggest takeaway from this investigation at the Hindsdale house? Well, one of them is definitely that this is not a house, it's a destination. And what we experienced wasn't darkness, it wasn't evil, but depth. Sometimes we just have to step out of the spotlight of investigator, because when you connect with whatever's there, you're connecting on a different level. And that night we connected with the missus, not as investigators, but as women, understanding the exhaustion, the love and the silent battles of motherhood, of womanhood that transcend time. The missus' energy wasn't one of fear, it was one of longing. She just wanted to be seen, to be heard, understood, and remembered for more than tragedy, or the tragedy tied to her name. In the end, the Hindsdale house didn't give us terror. It gave us connection between women, between worlds, and between truth and myth. We came for a haunting, yes, but we left with an understanding. And maybe, just maybe, that's the real reason spirits do linger here. But if there is one major takeaway from this that still haunts me, this one little lingering thought, this afterthought, is this. The Hindsdale house doesn't haunt the people who just visit there. It actually haunts the people who listen. Thank you, dear listeners, for participating in this audible paranormal investigation of the Hindsdale House investigation in Hindsdale, New York. A huge thank you to Tawny Lewis and Kim Sage for allowing myself, Bridget, and Elizabeth to be a part of this investigation. And also to Trinity, our tour guide, our docent, for giving us the tour and also for interviewing. Thank you so much, Trinity. If you love Hollyweird Paranormal Podcast, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and give us a 4-star rating. Your ratings, the positive ones, along with the written reviews, really help us indie podcasters become a little more visible. And if you want to know more about Holly Weird Paranormal, you can travel to our website, hollyweirdparanormalpodcast.com. There you'll learn more about myself, Bryce Mitchell Williams, the podcast, get caught up on past seasons and episodes, and also tour our little merch store and our Patreon page. If you want to support the podcast, you could travel on over to patreon.com/Holly Weird Paranormal. There you'll get caught up with some delicious videos of our past investigations and also trips that I've made. You can see the one that I made in the French Quarter of New Orleans, and of course the Vessel restaurant video. If you heard, you heard. Also, if you want to support the podcast for as little as $1 or more per month, you can keep this Holly Weird Paranormal podcast train moving a bit. It does cost to be on the host site and to also get all the bells and whistles to make this come alive, of course. And if you become a Patreon member, you'll be given access to our secret podcast society of Saturday Night Ghost Club, where we collect ghost stories from our neighbors, our friends, our acquaintances, our coworkers. Trust me, everybody has a ghost story, and we wrapped it up in this beautiful little haunted box called Saturday Night Ghost Club. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Holly Weird Paranormal. And if you want to follow me in my personal haunted journeys, I'm at Haunted LA Girl on TikTok. I also have a little series called Haunted Thread, where I actually build costumes connected to ghosts and famous ghost stories. The last one I did was Sharon Tate, and I'm currently working on one of the Woman in Black. Now, friends, thank you so much for joining us once again. We hope that you're taking care of each other and most of all, taking care of yourselves. Don't forget, October the 26th, Captain's Anchorage, and October 29th is Via del Sol After Dark. You can find all the information and tickets on our bio in Instagram. So if you click that little link, it'll take you there. All right, always remember to stay haunted, stay weird, but most of all, most importantly, stay Holly Weird. Till next time, friends.